when we started tolling, we ourselves realized that it was creating traffic at the Okungulu traffic light. So what did the university do? We've taken measures to address that. They have moved the point of the toll collection further into the university campus. University of Ghana is over 1 mile square. Where did this take place? At the entrance. One of the entrances that the toll booth is being constructed. The next time it could be that a lecture theatre is being pulled down. Or it could be that a lecturer's resident, a lecturer who is seen as a threat. So we are not safe. Yes, you could think we are scared. How scared are we? When under the cover of darkness, anybody can come with heavy earth-moving equipment and break down structures without a directive. What is disheartening is that it isn't that the university flouted a directive. University authorities were not contacted with respect to this. It's not that the university authorities refuse to do what they have been asked to do. No. No verbal communication, no official communication. Then you can pull down structures and then sneak out. And as we speak now, nobody has owned up. Nobody has told us he or she did it. It is alleged it was done by national security. We haven't heard from national security. They have neither confirmed it nor denied it. So we are really in a state of fear and panic.
It's causing a lot of nuisance because the traffic juts back into the traffic light, and people coming on the highway from a bridge to Accra, from Medina to Accra, get stuck there for long periods. We found that to be unacceptable. Complete nuisance too, causing complete disaffection to the general public. What we did was to send people to go and tell whoever is in charge of that security thing that that was a wrong place to locate whatever they were doing. Nothing happened. They continued. The situation was the same. I went there personally on Sunday, left a note on my complimentary card for his boss, who he said was ACP retired, Amadu, I think. And on that note, I said that that particular position was wrong in whatever deployment he was doing, because it was causing a lot of nuisance, and therefore they would have to relocate. I left my phone, I left my mobile phone, and asked that he should call me. I didn't receive any call from him, and the situation continued. Now, yesterday, I went there personally and told the guys that they will have to move further inside. If they are going to deploy some military checkpoints in there to ensure they achieve their aim, that is their business. But they cannot come that much forward and completely disrupt, traffic on the road. So they moved up forward. But what I'm saying is that they also started some construction. And let's be very clear about this when you say they went and pulled down toll booths and things. They started some construction at that point, which I can see they intend to turn into a toll booth when completed. And that has been removed because it cannot be there. So basically, that is what it is.
Management is extremely disappointed by the lack of courtesy. Management also had no prior discussion, because if this had been discussed, perhaps a better way would have been found. And if there has been no discussion, it means some authority has taken a unilateral decision. We are not using that for the administration or management of the road user charges. In fact, that is not a fully complete structure. So you'll find that the ticketing agents move in and out depending on the flow of traffic. And these are some of the preventive measures that we have taken as a university. So when there is less traffic, the ticketing agents will be stationed somewhere. If there is more traffic, they also move further into the university. And this really has not affected traffic.
The national security have claimed responsibility for this action. Are you going to take them on, or that ends it?
Well, no. The university's governing body, the ultimate governing body, is the University Council. And Council will meet at an emergency meeting tomorrow.
About this issue?
Definitely.
Well, they're extremely disappointed.
So I'm very disappointed in them. They should respect. They should respect authority. They are not God on their own.
Yeah, join us, Beba. You go to the machine with your photo, and I'm over to a Legons and Semio. Yakwaba.
With regard to the tolling that is being carried out by the University of Ghana. And a directive was given that 2 committees of this House, Education and then Road and Transport, should investigate the matter and report to this House. At the time, we were unaware of the fact that on the 29th of January 2014, a suit had been filed before the Supreme Court relating to the same issues, indeed dealing with Article 174(1) of our Constitution. And it was along the same lines that we thought we should mandate these 2 committees to deal with the matter. Since then, our attention has been drawn to the fact that there was pending in the Supreme Court at the time this action taken by Ernest Victor Apawu and Musa Mustafa against the University of Ghana and the Attorney General. In the circumstances, having regard to Order 93(1) of our standing orders, it will be inappropriate for us to allow our subcommittee to go into the matter, and therefore the direction given on that day, that is the 4th of February, is hereby retracted or withdrawn until we hear from the Supreme Court regarding the outcome of the suit before it.
But I never come below here. I've been na say. All the card that come security penny more Legon. So vice chancellor, bet me a friend.
No, was silly triple.
And you are mamma.
No, why not drink that?
A sanka security in the welfare, you know, or go a step ahead.
Probably for the first time. National security coordinator, Pachoa, ABA for the first time.
Pacho, and Budia Bunu, there were vice chancellor, no, but I said, go catch them. No, I'm on a money.
1760.
Kwame assassinated LML. Was a man catching CD for more LML, so my had the papa said, Wamu Edundum Moncadia 15 minutes beyond Madum.
I don't know how much
which now pass or my idea.
1760 for text message, but Nana, money in Casa.
More friend, Yeninko.
Yeah, but young Kumasim, you put the Kumasis already. And you are done a mayor because I'm the mayor.
Yeah.
If you defy my orders, my orders now.
No, but Buffalo Commander Swan, I do more. Kumasi Buffalo, yes, I'm about to make us a
Kumasi.
Buffalo Commander Nade. Just original commander police, would him?
All right, Yanti.
So,
Terms of reference of the committee are to establish whether the High Court has given any order of authorizing the demolition exercise, whether the order, if any, was legally executed, ascertain the extent of damage caused by the exercise, among others. The committee would also find out persons who played role in the demolition exercise.
Because normally, if you want to do any demolition in the city, you have to speak to the mayor. And nobody spoke to me, so the exercise was done. And at least, I mean, there are laws and there are laws. If people are supposed to be evicted by the law, I think the best thing was to just give them notice. We didn't have any notice for them. And I know times are hard. People are, lost so much money and lost property. That is why I've taken it on me to investigate this matter and go to the bottom of the matter.
the affected traders have begun raising structures at the site to continue business. Our cameras captured some of them struggling to join woods to raise their shops. Others stood sad to discuss issues of the demolition. Counsel for the traders, lawyer Arthur AJ, explains what transpired in court. He says what the plaintiff is seeking to relate was not well reflected in the orders of the court.
Clearly, what they had come to court for was a motion asking for 2 persons to be injuncted, because in respect of so many of the other defendants, the court has stayed its hands. So they were only asking that the 2 people should be injuncted and prevented from coming to trade on the site. Now, any other thing that is shown on that piece of documents we call the order of the court will not be what the court has said. And I have indicated that the best person to contact is the registrar of the court, not just for the copy of the order, but also for the recorded versions of our voice.
He adds that the action of the Adishman Gardens could lead to contempt of court.
It is important to emphasize that the court is the place of solace where we all run to. If we can engineer our affairs in such a way that we compromise the orders of the court in the manner that is going on, then clearly we are all at risk. Today is the women involved, 300 women or so. Tomorrow it might be my mother, it might be my sister, or tomorrow it might be me, myself. So it's important that we all respect the procedures of the court and the orders that the court comes to, and nothing more. Assuming even for purposes of the discussion that they had had the order they are talking about, assuming they had even had the order they were talking about, automatically that order is stayed for 7 days by law. So on what basis would they have had to go there and to cause the commotion that they did?
Efforts made by journalists to speak to the plaintiff proved futile.
Well, I don't know, but meaning Ghana gradually is becoming a lawless country. Because can also be a right, will be a wrong, will be a right, will be a wrong.
No, but also all Cotas as a cacra was because I did for the my brother be a man quite so. I Buffalo commander or Wama police force or Monco Quiet Eduman.
Deputy Regional Minister, as a voice, Embra, Deputy. Okay, all right, Embra, Asante Region. Minister, okay, all right,
RESEC met this afternoon, and even as we speak, we are still in the meeting. Except that we have finalized the discussions on the issue of Adishman Gardens. The attention of RESEC has been drawn to the recent evacuation of traders from Adishman Gardens by one Nana Osei-Tutu alias Kwame Obidiaba. RESEC takes serious view of the matter because of its security implications in the region. For this reason, RESEC has directed the following measures to be taken. 1, that both traders operating at the site and the alleged landowner in question should stay out of the site until further notice. 2, a joint military and police task force has been assigned to take charge of the site with immediate effect to avoid any acts of lawlessness in the vicinity. Meanwhile, RESEC wishes to appeal to all parties, particularly the affected traders operating in and around the Adishman Gardens, to remain calm and cooperate with the security agencies while efforts are being made to restore peace and order. You asked the question about the involvement of the police. As we said, we are discussing the matter. We want to know who authorized them to go there last night. And if they were not authorized by the police command of the region, then those police officers who took the law into their hands and went there out of their own volition will be dealt with according to rules and regulations of the police service.
Because as I say, the Ghana and Emmanuel Jinsemo, who be a Nabasa and also the Sra.
And a permanent cockety fee.
Adia senesi.
Kofani ka ki etu de.
No, e kware da ho.
E ka white.
E kware da ho.
Kofani ki etu. Wo. Oye rough me freb bewura ma no. What do you mean? Causing my vehicle traffic.
All right, your mama for me.
Papa Yensu. No, Takra was your time, Papa. Jama from 030 and I try home.
I think I'm a bit surprised and very angry because MESEC is a constitutional thing that I believe that people should respect. And I don't understand why the police, especially the Buffalo unit, should send men to go and help demolish people's property. As such, I think we've also done our homework, and today we've arrested 2 macho men, the operators of the bulldozers, and we've handed them over to the security agencies. I think it's unlawful, and I think, as I keep saying, that we have to go to the bottom of the matter. Anyway, for your information, we have impounded the bulldozer that did the destruction.
Have you been in contact with the police? Are they giving any explanation as to why they escorted this exercise?
I had a chat with the police commander, Mr. Janin, early this morning, and he told me he's not aware. He hasn't given any instructions. But from what I heard on the news, the chief of the Buffalo is saying that he gave the instructions for people to go and support the destruction. So I have given MEDSEC instructions that they should investigate. So I'm waiting for the investigation from MEDSEC.
Oh, and some not quite brave. We are candidate. And I could watch on course still.
Kofi Boateng versus Kojobozu versus Eriko Poku. 3 gangsters. Chale meto rape Kumasi nyeze kra.
You try waba. Yeba, because why card was it? Na say one waba.
O saba, one waba na saba.
You go so you be din komo e kwaba. Yeba.